Hey guys, oldbess here. Alright, so today what we're going to be doing is I want to show you guys, in my opinion, one of the best raids that you can run for raw vendored gold, a chance at 2 epic mounts, and a chance at some really expensive pets that sell for a lot on the auction house. Alright, so I'm going to go through how to do this. Alright, so first off, what you want to do is head over to the Townlong steps. You want to go to this location on the map. If you've done the nearby quest, you should have a portal, so just take that portal over to the Isle of Thunder. If the portal is not available, I'd recommend just doing the quest in that area and it should unlock the portal. Once you get to the Isle of Thunder, just head over to this location on the map. This is called the Throne of Thunder raid. This is a Pandaria raid. So real quickly before we go in here, if you want some bonus rolls on all of the bosses, to get bonus rolls, what you need to do is you need to go to Timeless Isle. I'll show you the location here on the map. So you talk to this vendor here, and what you do is you buy the Mogu Rune of Fate. And so you can get up to 20 of these. They cost 1,000 timeless coins each. This is not required by any means, but if you do want an extra chance at some of these really expensive pets, you can. Typically, when it comes to gold, you're getting between 20 to 45 gold per bonus roll. And then you also have a chance at getting some gear or the pet from the bonus roll. Alright, so let's go back to the Throne of Thunder. So what I'd recommend setting the raid difficulty at is 25-man normal. If you're really well geared, you can do 25-man heroic. Right now I'm using a Ret Paladin and his item level is 860, just to kind of give you guys an idea. If you're having a hard time on 25-man, what I'd recommend is changing it to either 10-man or 10-man heroic. You will be making less gold on 10-man than on 25-man, so just be aware of that, but you will be able to kill stuff a lot faster on 10-man or 10-man heroic. And you still do have an equal chance at the mounts and also the pets on 10-man as well. Let's talk about what you're looking for in this raid particular. So let's go over all the different bosses, the pets that drop, and also the mounts that drop. So the first boss that you'll run into that drops something interesting is Horadon, and he drops the Direhorn pet. So the prices on these pets are the current US and European average price right now. So the Direhorn pet sells on average for 17,000 gold. This boss also has a chance at dropping the spawn of Horadon, which is the mount, which is really cool. The drop rate for the pet and also the mount is approximately about 1%. If you have a bonus roll, that is going to give you an extra shot at the pet, not the mount. The next boss that drops something of note is G-Con, and they have a chance at dropping the G-Con hatchling, which on average sells for 20,000 gold. This boss also has a chance at dropping a mount called the Clutch of G-Con. And during this run for my video, I actually had this mount drop. It's a really cool mount. The next boss that we have that drops something of note is Primordus, and he can drop the Vicidius Horror. This sells for 40,000 gold. And finally we have the boss Dark Animus, and he drops the Son of Animus, and that sells for 40,000 gold as well. I know that some of these battle pets, in particular the Son of Animus, are some of the best battle pets that you can get for pet battles. And all these pets are really rare, so they sell for a huge amount of gold. When you get the pets, they will be soul-bound, but if you want to sell them, what you do is just right-click on them to learn them, and then pull them up in your pet page. Find them in your pet page, right-click on the pet, select Put in Cage, and that will put it back into your bag, and then you can sell it on the auction house. And again, all of these pets, they have about 1% drop rate chance, and it's the same with the mounts. The mounts have about a 1% drop rate chance. But if you do have a bonus roll, you have another chance at these pets, so another 1% chance. So you can get the pets on the bonus rolls. So overall, this raid isn't terribly difficult. The one problem I did have was on Dark Animus, and I died a lot. I actually had to go back to Dalaran and switch out my talent so I had more AoE. So a tip with that fight in particular, try to kill as many robots as you can as fast as you can. Also, if you have any sort of damage mitigation where you prevent damage, do that for sure. This is probably the hardest fight in this whole raid. So anyways, I finally got it done. I wanted to give you guys kind of a rough idea of how long it takes, and then we're going to go into the numbers. So it took me just over an hour, but that was because I had to go back to Dalaran, repair. I tried a bunch of different attempts on Dark Animus. If you don't run into any problems, I would expect people on 25-man normal to finish this raid within 40 minutes to an hour. So that just kind of gives you a time frame here. Okay, so now let's go over how much gold I got. Okay, so I got 1,023 raw gold, and that was just from looting. And then after selling all of the epics, the gray items, the green items, everything else, that gave me an additional 2,439 vendored gold, raw gold. So that is a total of 3,462 raw gold. So if you're doing this right, you should be able to get that in about an hour or less. I also had another pet that dropped, and this is actually not included in the pets I just mentioned, but this one's called the Living Sandling. This actually just has a chance of dropping on some of the earth elementals in the raid itself. So the average price for this is 3,000 gold. So in that run, I made about 6,500 gold if I also include the Windwool Cloth and the Spirits of Harmony. So that's pretty sweet. And again, you do have a chance at getting some really big ticket items here with some of these pets. And for those that are wondering, do pets sell? Yes, they do. These pets in particular, I would say probably sell on a medium slow level. They won't be the slowest selling pets out there, but in general, pets do typically sell slower than other items. But a few of them that are used for pet battles should sell pretty quickly. Well, there you have it, guys. Let me know if you try out this raid and if you get any of these pets. Well, guys, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up or share it. It really does help me a lot. Also, just real quickly, a big thank you to those that are supporting the channel on Patreon. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. And in general, just thank you guys so much for watching the video. Expect another video next week, guys. We'll see you guys again soon.